Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Angie. And today I want to be super real with you guys and take you through a practice that's going to help you kind of get up off your feet. Some days we really have those challenging days where we're tired, we're anxious, and we just frankly don't feel like getting out of bed. And I get that, especially being pregnant. This is a really hard practice to come to, and sometimes, frankly, I don't want to film these, and I don't want to get up and work out, and I don't want to get up and teach. But we got to show up. We choose to show up regardless of the state that we're in, and that doesn't mean we have to gloss it over or cover it up. It just means we recognize that we're showing up in our imperfect state. So today I want to take you through a practice that is going to help us just kind of ease our minds and just be accepting of where we're showing up today, no matter what that might be. And just knowing that we're perfectly imperfect the way we are, and we just choose to show up regardless. And however that state is, it's okay. So get into something comfortable, grab your mat, and I'll meet you here on your mat. So today, let's start in a comfortable seated position. I'm just have a block right underneath my tailbone. Let's start by growing the spine nice and tall, and just start by just grounding ourselves in this practice today. So let the spine grow nice and tall, rooted into your block or into your mat, your heels. And then draw the shoulder blades down and away. Let's start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. And big exhale. Deep breath in through the nose. And big exhale. Deep breath in through the nose. Long exhale. And just continue by taking those breaths in through the nose. But this time seal the lips and draw the breath all the way back down through the base of the spine. So just finding your own breath, not having any particular pattern to it, not worrying about how you're breathing, and just focusing on your breath. Each breath in and each breath out. We're going to set our intentions together today. And just know that we're coming as we are. So there's no expectations. There's no stress. There's no anxiety. We just come as we are. And coming with whatever emotions that might bring. So whatever those feelings are, we're bringing them here. We're not leaving them at the door, checking them at the door. We're bringing them here, and it's okay. So letting ourselves just be here with all those emotions. Letting us just feel and just be here with our breath. Each breath in and each breath out. As we take a minute to set our intentions, I just want you to think of that one thing today you want to focus on. So taking it in and breathing it out. Maybe it's you just want to be there for your family, your children. Maybe it's that you just want to be present today. Maybe it's that you want to be open. Whatever it may be, just setting your intention for today. Breathing it in and breathing it out. I just want you to say something to yourself or out loud, however you want to do it. I just want to say with me, I come as I am today. Perfectly imperfect. Not not striving for perfection, but just showing up and being here, right now. And every time you're starting to feel a bit anxious or emotional, maybe you just repeat that to yourself. Just showing up as I am, right here, right now. Not striving for perfection. You're just being here. Let's take a few more breaths here. Start by slowly opening up the eyes. Hi, I see you. Open up your arms nice and wide. Palms open wide, open up the chest. And then as you exhale, take that right arm underneath the left and give yourself a big giant hug. And just say to yourself, I appreciate you. And then as you inhale, open up your arms nice and wide once again. And then taking your arms over one another, opposite arm. And then just saying to yourself, I accept you as you are. Flaws and all, accepting ourselves. Inhale, open up those arms nice and wide. Reach the arms overhead, press the palms together. And as you exhale, press your palms away, interlace your fingers behind the low back, and then press those palms away, draw the shoulder blades down, take a deep breath in, and big exhale. Release those arms, let's shake it out, and let's come meet together in a tabletop position. So coming into a tabletop position, palms directly underneath the shoulders, hips stacked over the knees. Let's take a few cat-cows. So just dropping the belly, drawing the chin and chest forward. And then as you exhale, round up the spine, let the head fall between the biceps. As you peel those shoulder blades away. 2 more here, inhale. Exhale, round it out. 1 more inhale here. And as you exhale, round it out. Coming back into that tabletop position. Let's take that right foot, extend it back. So press those toes into your mat. As you inhale, come slightly forward, pressing those palms into the mat. And we really want to open up the forearms here. So we're not just pressing in and opening up the calf, but we're really pressing into the forearms. So really press those palms into the mat, spread those fingers out wide, and then start to draw your chest forward, keeping your head in line with the spine here. So all of that computer work, the texting, all of that really starts to help open up those forearms. Now as you exhale, press back into that right heel, and gently start to move back forward. Let's just do this a couple times. But each time making sure those palms are firmly pressed into your mat. Fingertips, palms, opening up the backs of those arms. Exhale, press back into that right side heel, gripping those toes into your mat. 1 more here. And as you exhale, press back into that right side heel. And this time slowly floating back into your tabletop and extending that right leg. As you extend that right leg long, you're going to take that left foot, rotate it about 45 degrees, and then rotate that right hip. Press down into that left palm, rotate that right arm to the sky. Deep breath in. And exhale. Now as you inhale, reach that right arm all the way overhead, engaging that low belly, finding that balance. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, reach it all the way overhead once again. Inhale, come back up to center. One more time here. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, come back to center. Now bend into that right side knee and then bring that right ankle into the seat. So draw that right hip and right knee back so it's in line or behind that left knee. Keep your head in line with the spine here. Deep breath in. Now as you exhale, bring that heel into the seat a little bit further, opening up that right side quad. Engaging the low belly, keeping that balance. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, release. Right arm comes back down onto your mat. And then come back into your tabletop position. Let's just shake out those hips, right to left. Just dropping the hips over to the right, over to the left. And let's take it a little further. So as you drop your hips over to the left, you walk your hands over to the right. So pressing your palms into the mat or the floor, reaching forward, letting the head fall between the biceps. Deep breath in, big exhale. Now walk your hands back through center, over to the left side of your mat as you drop your hips over to the right. Really find that reach, opening up that right side hip. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. And let's take that right foot out like a kickstand. So right heel, right toes plant into the mat. Left palm plants into the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky. Rotate that right shoulder back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Now take that right arm, right palm behind the neck. As you exhale, rotate that right elbow in, kind of getting into an oblique crunch here. And as you inhale, open up. Draw that right elbow back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach. Let's take one more here. And as you inhale, reach and extend that right arm, and then draw it behind the left hip. Now rotate that right shoulder, right hip draws back, right heel draws into your mat. Deep breath in, and exhale. Inhale, reach the right arm to the sky, and then right palm comes back in line with the left. Take your knees wide, toes together. Let's take child's pose here for a minute. So sit your hips back into your heels. Extend your arms forward and let the head fall between the bicep. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Just once again, letting that intention just sink in. Maybe repeating to yourself once again. Accepting myself, coming as I am right here, right now. Not striving for perfection. Just being present, being here, being now. That's all that I need to do. Deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly work your way back into a tabletop position. Palms directly underneath your shoulders, hips stacked over your knees. This time let's extend that left toe back, grip those toes into your mat. As you inhale, press your palms and your fingertips into your mat. Drive your chest forward. And as you exhale, bring the toes, grip them into the mat and press back into that left side heel. Inhale, drive the chest forward, pressing those palms into the mat. And then exhale, press back into the heel. One more here, inhale. And as you exhale, press back into the heel. Now from here, float that left leg. So extend that left leg long and
then make sure you rotate that left hip back down in line with the right, and then take that right foot about 45 degrees, and then rotate that left hip. Left arm reaches overhead, deep breath in. And exhale, rotate that left shoulder back a little bit deeper. Now as you inhale, reach and extend that right arm overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach and extend the left arm overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Let's take one more here. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, come back to center. Bend into that left side leg, and then bring that left heel into your seat. Once again, take that left hip, drive it back, drive that left knee back a little bit deeper. Open up that left side shoulder, the chest stays open here. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. And now release that left foot. Extend your left arm overhead. Come back into your tabletop position. And again, you can take your hips and you can shake them right to left. Walking your hands the opposite direction of your hips and opening up those hips. Your choice here. Just take your time. And then come back to center. Palms directly underneath your shoulders. This time I'm going to have to scoot a little bit away from the wall. You want to kickstand that left leg, so left heel and left toe plant into your mat. Right palm plants into your mat. This time the left arm reaches to the sky. Rotate that left shoulder back. And this time, take that left palm behind the back of the neck. Exhale, rotate. Find that abdominal crunch. Inhale, reach and extend back. Exhale, draw back under. And again, this is safe if you're pregnant because this isn't too much of an oblique crunch. But if you're feeling it's too much, you don't have to come as far down. So you don't take the elbow as far down. Inhale, reach and extend. That left arm to the sky, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, rotate that left hand back down onto your mat. Right foot meets the left. Let's take those knees wide one more time, toes together. Sit your hips back into your heels. Extend your arms long. Deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly, let's work our way back up into a tabletop position. And this time, let's slowly come up onto our knees. So we're going to take our block and put our block right behind that right ankle. So as you inhale, reach and extend that right arm overhead. And then as you exhale, rotate it all the way back and around. So really opening up that right side shoulder. Keeping your hips nice and square here. So inhale, reach and extend that right arm overhead. This time, right hand starts to come down either onto the block. So you can take it here, you can take it further and take it down onto your heel. So right palm or right fingertips press into your block. And then reach and extend that left arm overhead. So really feeling the hips here, deep breath in. Exhale, drive the hips forward, reach and extend that left arm back. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, rotate back down. Let's curl the toes under and sit back onto your heels. So this is not the best feeling, but it's so good for us. Let's inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead. Take those arms out nice and wide. Now interlace your fingers at the back of your neck. Open up those elbows wide. Exhale, round out the spine, draw the elbows in. Feel a little bit of pressure on releasing into the cervical spine, releasing into the neck and shoulders. Inhale, arms draw wide, open up the chest. Exhale, round it out. One more inhale here. And exhale, round it out. And slowly release those palms and slowly roll that head all the way back up. And then come back onto your knees, maybe just kind of flush out those feet. Give them a little bit more blood flow, and then take your block and put it right behind that left heel. As you inhale, reach and extend that left arm overhead. Reach it all the way forward, back and around. Keep those hips nice and forward. One more inhale here, reach. And then as you exhale, draw that left hand back. And slowly start to draw your hips forward like you're going to do a mini back bend here. And then take your palms either on the heel or on this block, and then reach and extend the right arm overhead. So if you're pregnant here, we really want to take it easy on any inversions or protrusions. So making sure you're supporting the low back, keeping the glutes and the thighs actively engaged. Inhale, reach and extend that right arm forward, but we're really feeling the opening in the right side of the hip. Inhale, reach and extend that right arm overhead. And as you exhale, bringing yourself back, this time into a tabletop, and then working your way back into a child's pose, because we want to reverse that action and release the low back. So hips sink back into your heels, extend your arms long, and let your head just fall between the biceps. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, slowly working your way back into tabletop, and then finally into a downward dog. So curl the toes under, lift the hips high, press back into those heels, and pedal through those feet. So let's just start by bending into the knees and extending the legs long. So really pressing those palms into the mat, squeezing those inner elbows, bend into the knees, and extend the legs long. One more here, bend into the knees, and extend the legs long. Shake out the head. Really loosen up and open up the body, shaking out the hips, deep breath in, and exhale. It doesn't help when you have a stuffed nose, but I'm doing the best that I can here. So really press back into those hips. So my breath is a little bit broken. So take the right foot up to meet the left. Let the head fall between the biceps, and keep those feet about hip distance apart. Let's just grab opposite elbows and shake out the low back, the neck, the shoulders. Deep breath in and exhale. And release those palms down onto your mat. And as we heel toe, let's bring those heels or those toes together a little bit closer here, as close as you feel. Start to bend into those knees, and then come into your chair pose. So reach and extend the arms overhead. Sit back into those heels. Really reach those elbows back in line with the ears, and sink a little bit deeper back into your heels. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper here. Inhale, reach and extend those arms overhead. Now as you exhale, take those palms, keeping those arms extended, lift up onto those toes. So lift the heels off your mat. Find your balance here. Deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly melt down into your heels. Reach and extend the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bring your palms to heart center. Grounding yourself once again in our mat, in our practice. Finding our breath. Drawing into the four corners of the feet, drawing the shoulder blades down and back. Repeating our intentions for today. Accepting ourselves as we are in this moment, and just showing up as we are. As we inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring your
exhale, palms at heart center. Inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead. Exhale, bring those hands down to the side. This time taking a big step back with that right foot. Coming into your high lunge, reach and extend those arms overhead. Deep breath in. Press into that right side heel. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper here. Inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead. Take the hands behind the low back. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away, and bring the chest forward. Head in line with the spine. Deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, press into that left side foot, and then reach and extend the arms overhead. And then take that left arm all the way down into your mat. Rotate that right heel, right arm comes to the sky. Perfectly imperfect. Sometimes we do the right the same as the left. Sometimes we don't. Deep breath in, right shoulder comes back. Big exhale. Deep breath in. Now as we exhale, press into that left side foot, come into your warrior two. Bend into that left side knee, deep breath in. And as we exhale, rotate those hands down to the mat. Right foot meets the left. In your plank pose, take it nice and slow. Work through your chaturanga if you would like. Inhale, upward dog. As you exhale, take your knees wide into child's pose. With your hips sitting back into your heels. We're just going to close out here today. So if you choose, you can move your way back into your Shavasana, lay onto your back. We're just going to close out here in child's pose. Bringing back our intention, drawing into that purpose once again, and just allowing ourselves to be perfectly imperfect, showing up as we are. No expectations, allowing those emotions and all that other stuff, the baggage that comes with us, to be there too. And knowing it's okay. Some days we're just going to carry the load with us, some days we leave it behind. But we still show up each and every day. Let's take one more big breath in together. And big exhale. Let's draw the elbows into the mat, bring the palms right to the base of the neck. Deep breath in here. And exhale. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I honor you. I thank you for just showing up today for your practice. Being here no matter what. Taking this with you throughout the rest of your day. And just taking that deep breath in and deep breath out. The light in me honors the light in me. Namaste.